Alrighty, morning everyone. So we're out today, glorious day, like it is. I think we got like a 5-knot southwester all day. It is calm as, the run-in's just kicked into gear. So I've got a couple of different lures today. We'll run through it. We're going to do a review. Haven't decided what we're going to start with yet, but that's always the beauty of it. I brought a few options, but yeah, glorious morning. A breath of wind, freezing cold, it was 6 degrees. Ooh, so let's warm up. Let's get stuck into some fish. Let's get the reviews underway. All right, guys, this is what we're going to be testing out this morning, the MMD Hardy head. It's a 20-gram lure, 110 mil. They come in a few different colors, but as you can see, it's basically a paddle tail. Well, it's more of like a jerk shad to paddle tail. It's got the inverted tail on it. It comes pre-rigged, so it pretty much is what it is. We got this lovely big flat here. As you can see, the water's coming across and dropping in. It's an incoming tide at the moment, but let's see how we go. We're just going to fish along this point and just see if there's any flathead in the area. Nice long cast. This is an 8 to 17 pound rod. So this is actually the rod I would be using for jacks and throwing bigger lures. Because the lure is 18 grams, I've opted for a heavier rod instead of fishing a traditional, like a 1 to 3 or a 3 to 5 kilo. May not be able to throw it. So you sort of need that heavier rod. So we're just gonna fish through here. It's quite shallow, so we don't need to let it sit for too long. But we're gonna see if we can get a bite off here. Normally the flathead will sit through this region, so just keeping an eye on that line. We're only in 2 foot of water, so it may actually be too shallow for what we're trying to achieve, but yeah, let's just see how we go with that first before we start blaming how deep the water is. So I'll punch it up onto the flat. Sorry about the sun. It's just as bad for me as it is for you. So that's up on the flat there. At low tide, which was about 45 minutes ago, this is one big sandbar. So what I've found is generally the flathead like to sort of mosey on in up here, and they'll sit either side of this current line, mainly because there's normally a stack of bait that'll start to push through up in there. Like I said, sorry about the sun. You're just gonna have to bear with it. I will start to drop back shortly as we fish back through this region. Trying a few little spots up here, trying the shallows, just seeing, is there anything up there? I might actually keep moving forward into this deeper water, see if there's anything more along here. So the good thing is, because it's 18 grams, you could really get stuck into these casts. All right, we're gonna go back with the current now. We're just gonna fish through this flat now, see if there's anything on it. We spooked one coming in. I was trying to glide bait through here to no success. Don't think the conditions are right. Some of that or just a general skill issue, which is both very likely, so. But yeah, I did spook one as I was coming through here. So there are fish in the region. But we'll just try and fish along this current line like this. Just trying to bring it right to left. Let it go across, come through this ripple, a bit of turbulence. See if they're just sitting here. Might be, what's the water temp? 15.5, so it's quite cool this morning. The sun's probably not up enough for them to be up on this flat to warm up. Ooh. There we are, we just had a big hit. Right there in front of us. I don't know if you've seen it, fully jolted it and everything. So there are flathead here. I don't know if you've seen that. God, I struck at that thing. It's in 2 foot of water. Just yeeted it back to me. It was almost like a brim hit though. It was a very big slap. Like I said, I glide baited through all this and didn't do any good, so that's why I thought, oh well, we'll come back through with this lure. We'll see how this lure goes. It's on my two test list today. So glide baiting is, I shouldn't talk about it too much because it was unsuccessful, but it's more of a labor of love than a result driven style. If that makes any sense to you. Makes you wonder, are the tailor rolling through? Oh, yep, there you go. Oh, I missed him. Yep, oh. As I said, is there tailor rolling through? Yes. There you go. These guys are probably going to destroy this lure. That's why I wasn't too keen on casting out this way earlier. I'm assuming it's going to be a nice little tailor. Oh, lost him. Yeah, it was. Well, I guess the best way to see how this lure is going to hold up is throw it at some toothy boys. God, they even hit the leader. Far out. How funny is that? Sitting here fishing for flathead, first cast out here for tailor. Hit one. That you can see him on the sounder. Must have just been that one fish, and I must have landed on its head basically. It's quiet through there now. That little chamber, the alleyway, nothing going on. You know, back to trying to get a flathead, I guess. Oh, there we go. Feels like a decent fish. Back off that drag. No, we lost it. No, we got it. It was swimming towards us. Because it's such a heavy rod, you don't want to run such a tight drag. See what he looks like. He's okay. He's okay. It's probably about a, yeah, maybe a 45 to 50. Oi. Because this is a heavier rod, I have backed off that drag. Like I said, he's only just pinned him in the corner. Oop. There you go. First fish on the Hardy head. Well, technically the second fish, because the first fish is still swimming, which would have been the tailor. Yeah, he's not a bad flathead. Not a bad flathead at all. Alright guys, first fish on the board. There he goes there, on that Hardy head. So I just pinned him right in the corner. He actually did take 2 chops at it, because I can see there's a second hole just there. So I missed him the first time, he came back, he got it the second time, which is pretty cool. But yeah, the light is terrible, but you get the idea. So we'll de-pin him, chuck him in the live well for a bit, and then we'll let him go. But we'll keep fishing this bank and see if we can get any more fish, eh? Because that's 1 missed tailor and 1 leader flathead, which isn't too bad. I've only been fishing it for 10-15 minutes, but yeah, let's de-pin him, chuck him in, and see if we can get anything else. All right, well I said, good little start. So he was just sitting basically in this region. Just fix this up. Otherwise we're going to run aground very soon. We're going to go up into the creek. Oh, actually we might fish a little bit more. Then we're going to push up into the creek and see how it goes up in this system over here. The water should be dirtier because it's more of a mud-based creek. Because as you're seeing at the moment, she's definitely quietened off. Not that it was firing, but you know, for that 20 odd minutes where I first tied this on, things were happening, and then it's just bleh, died off. But like, look how much water there is. The problem is, in my opinion, the tide pushes up and there's so many good areas, but you can't get to them mid-tide. So you're kind of in limbo because you can't push up on that flat and chase these fish because it's just way too shallow. And then the fish aren't up there yet either. They're kind of like getting ready to move up. So in my opinion, it's always a tricky part. Oh, thought we had a hit. Been wedged into a pile of weed. Look at that. It's probably Taylor starting to work on through there. Yeah, that's got to be Taylor. Let's just see. See the way the bait's super skittish there? Plonk it down the middle. Let's just see. Surely that's Taylor. Yep. There you go. Just watching that bait flicker. Yep, Taylor. There you go. It's not a bad one. Taylor on the Hardy head. It's a bit of fun. So it does. Caught him right in the bottom there. They're all on the sounder too, so it's definitely Taylor. Where's those pliers? De-hook him, send him back. Yeah, look at them all on the sounder. Just loaded with Taylor. Yeah, nice Taylor. Go on. Well, it's holding up. Yeah, see these? These will be Taylor. Source is, look at what we just caught. So we'll try it. We'll chuck it in again just for a bit of fun. So flathead don't want to be playing at the moment. Let's see how we go. Straight away, on. How cool is that? Straight away. It's actually pulling a little bit of drag. No, lost him. Oh, lost him and another one jumped on. Oh, there we go. Oh, oh. Oh God. Ah. Lose one and the next one jumps on. Yeah, they're smashing all these little stuff. There we go, another Taylor. Well, unfortunately, as fun as those handful of Taylor were, they yeah, they took out the back half of this lure. So there you go. It's good for about 3 Taylor before one of them will chomp it through. I wonder if we can still, once we de-hook him, come on. Oh my God, amateur hour. Let's de-hook him. Look at that. I wonder if that will still catch a Taylor. You know, I just wonder. Wonder if, well, it's definitely got this wonky sort of retrieve to it. All right, let's retry. I don't think it's going to work as well as I thought it would work. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work just as well. There you go. It got chomped through. So let's move up into this creek. We'll change this out. We'll keep flicking along and we'll see if we can catch anything else. We might refrain from casting at Taylor A, just because of that exact reason. Might give this one a crack now. You can see they come in a pack of 2. It's 14 bucks for a pack of 2, but like I said, we'll go through all that later. Let's rig him up. Really like the pearl on it. I think it's a lovely colour. It's done a good job. It really has. Him being Mick, for those of you who don't know, MMD is Mick Molender Designs. Sorry Mick if I just butchered your name, but there you go, we're back at it. Now, hopefully, I'm going to catch another tailor. Alright guys, we're done and dusted. So, that was the MMD Hardy head. So, it's actually a really cool profile. I quite like it. So did the tailor, if you weren't paying much attention. It's just destroyed. Yeah, they're 110 mil, they weigh 20 grams. So they are, well, 18.6. They are a very heavy lure. So what I noticed is you need a heavy setup to throw it, which then creates an issue of you tend to pull a lot of hooks on these flathead just because they head shake, they run. You need a rod that'll absorb the weight. So you need to throw really a lighter rod and such. That's one that's not destroyed. As you can see, it's got that little unique tail. I'm starting to see this more and more with a lot of manufacturers. Is that sort of inverse tail to make it more slow sink. But they went pretty good. Like, I'm happy with them. They cast a mile. Like, they absolutely cast a mile, especially because they're 20 grand. But yeah, pretty happy with that. The things I reckon he could do better is this hook needs to be longer. It needs to sit further back. I mean, the reason being is I missed a lot of fish that were grabbing this back half. This lure, just due to its design, it's a big lure, right? Flathead are more going to be inclined to grab that back section, so they miss a lot of the hook. Now, whether or not it's just an angling issue or not, but I mean, if you caught a big enough flathead, it's going to have that. It's going to solve that problem for you because it's just going to engulf it. But yeah, I was actually really happy with them. I enjoyed watching them swim, watching them kick around. I ran it on a heavier rod today just because, like I said, they're almost a 20 gram lure. So this is my Fury. This is a 8 to 17 pound rod on a 2500 with 30-30. Way overkill for flathead. This is what I normally chase jacks on. I just grabbed it out because I needed something that I knew would be able to throw this lure no worries, and that's why I grabbed it. I reckon you probably want to be going on a 3 to 5 kilo, 10 pound braid, probably 15 pound leader max for this, just because this is going to be more likely to entice those bigger fish. The tailor didn't really give a shit. Like, they did not care in the least. Yeah, for 14 bucks, they're pretty good. Like, if you just want to go to the, Tackle World, go find something on the shelf, grab it, tie it on, away you go. That's it. That is what I'd recommend. Like, same deal if you're fishing off the shore because of how heavy they are. If you're fishing off a bank, that gives you the ability just to punch out this super long cast and away you go. One thing I would like to see him do is release these in an unrigged version. Now, what I mean by that is keep the profile the same, remove the hook, and just release it as, a standard paddle tail. Because then that way I can choose what jig head I run on there. The thing I found today is, because it's 20 grams, it sinks really fast. Most of my fishing today was in 2 to 5 foot of water, so it really hits the ground quickly. Now, as you've seen, managed to catch tailor and flathead, miss a few fish. It didn't really matter too much, but I found I had to work it a lot quicker to try and keep it off the bottom. So that's something I'd like to see him do. Whether or not he does is sort of irrelevant, but yeah, I actually quite liked them. I had a good time throwing them. Let me know if you've used these. I've seen a lot of guys catch snapper on them, tailor, big flathead, so there's really a variety, like anything you'd find in the estuary. It is literally like that Hardy head profile, which you can see there. Big beady eyes on it. Eyes didn't fall off, they lasted all day. Even that one that, that drifted into the mangroves. Even this one that got absolutely melted and destroyed still held up. So I think these are a TPE material because they are super durable. But yeah, overall they went pretty good. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know if you've used them. Let me know what you've caught. If you've got any suggestions for any other lures you want me to try, or any species you want me to try and get a lure on, let me know. Drop it down in the comments. I'm about to head back to the ramp. Also, shout out to Tide, who has come on board this year to sponsor us. Sponsor us being me. So use code AlexW, you'll get 10% off your order. I get nothing for it. It's more just to benefit you guys. You don't have to, but you know, look, if you're going to buy their gear, which I've been running for about 10 years now, yeah, you save a bit of money, which is always good for you. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've learned something. I hope you had a bit of fun, and I'll catch you on the next one.